Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where today is another warm and wonderful August day. It is Tuesday, August the 19th, and Tuesdays are our project days, and we are getting started with a very big one today, one that we've almost been putting off. We could just about almost make this a put it off till day, if not for the fact that it is quite a big project. We have to go underground, we have to dig a tunnel, and we have to build... Well, actually, I don't know about digging a tunnel necessarily. We'll see. There's a bit of an issue with digging a tunnel that we'll talk about when we're underground. But basically, we need to build our second Gilyerm Island beacon right around over there so that we have a constant supply of all of our buffs no matter where we are on the island. We never go without our double jump or our quick speed or our regen or anything else of that nature, manner, fashion, or form. And in order to do that, we've got to figure out some math. We got to do some math. We got to do some measurements because we got to measure out. This goes 50 blocks in all directions, but the way we've got to measure it is it has to be 50 blocks off of these in that direction. So the first beacons go 50 blocks away from there, and then the next ones are 50 blocks from there, and then the final two are 50 blocks from this one, and then we got to make sure that we match them up in the same order so that when we're actually over there, we are getting all the buffs at all the right times, and there's no dead zones. And in order to figure that out, basically what we've got to do is we need to kind of park ourselves on that block there and determine, like, okay, this block right here is although this is going to be so easy. Oh my gosh, 201 on the y-axis, which means we just need to go to 251. Sorry, no, we're actually going down. We're not going up, we're going down. So we're going from 201 to 151. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Because they go 50 blocks in every direction, we actually need to go a whole 100 blocks away. Because it goes from here 50 blocks, and the other one will go from here 50 blocks. So we want to start at 201 and then go down to 101. And then on the z-axis, we're just using this one here in the top right corner from where we're looking at it relative to the map, the top right corner. That's going to be negative 316. So negative 316 and then 101. And that's where it's going to go. I don't actually need to put a mark there. I don't guess. I can just walk over to that spot. The only hassle we're going to have here is that once we find it, remember directly below it is actually water. We've got to go through a layer of water, a layer of sandstone. Well, no, okay. A layer of dirt or sand, and then sandstone, and then water, and then sand and sandstone, and then dirt, and then we'll finally make it to the foundations of the earth. I don't know if we're going to connect these two with a tunnel. I sort of thought about doing that. The only issue is that it's going to go through... Maybe. We'll have to go down there and have a look. It might intersect with where we have deep store. But deep store can be moved. It can be shuffled around. It's not that big a deal. All right. Let's figure out where we need to be. Surprisingly, we weren't far off. We actually kind of just about got there. Okay. This block here is negative 316. This block here is 101. That's where we want to dig, and we actually want to dig out the whole thing all the way down. I'm curious to see when we get down here whether or not there's any additional axolotl. And it doesn't look like it yet, but we've actually not been keeping up with axolotl breeding the way that we need to. We need to keep up with our axolotl breeding. We're running out of time in the year to get the blue one. Now, I don't want to have to deal with water all the way down here. And also, we have to figure out a clever way to prevent water from going down this hole anyway. So I figure what we'll do is kind of the exact same thing we've already done over on the other beacon, which is we need to go collect ourselves some signs. And once you see the signs, it'll open up your eyes, all right? Life's demanding without understanding. What you really need to understand, though, is that no one's going to drag you up and lead you into the life where you belong. The other downside about this, and I just thought about this as well, oh, hey, yeah, I forgot about these guys. Completely forgot about them. Are they still around here? Yeah, we got a couple of them. There should be a third one, a baby. It's probably grown up by now. Hopefully they don't fall off into this hole. That would be unfortunate. I don't know if I'd be able to forgive myself. But this clever little maneuver here will help prevent water from going down the hole. And now what we've got to do, and what I'm thinking about doing, is just going ahead and digging straight down. And then that way we can set up kind of like exactly what we did in the end, not all that long ago. We dig straight down one hole, and if we fall in lava, we die. And in fact, now that I'm thinking about that, maybe we should make sure that we don't fall in lava and die. And then we can set up our haste, and then we can use that to dig out the rest of it much more quickly. So I'm actually going to go grab a couple of things here. I'm trying to think through this. I'm going to go ahead and get all the iron we need, because we're building this one purely out of iron. We're going to grab our... Oh, we don't have any beacons. We'll have to go make some beacons. Oh, we don't... yeah, no, that's fine. We need soul sand, though. And some fireproof potion. For digging, so we don't fall into any lava. You know what? Let's grab 2 of them, because I think 8 minutes is probably a bit optimistic to get the entire hole dug. But now we have to go get soul sand. Oh, good, he's still here. Love to see that. Fortunately, we should... Ooh, we don't have the right helmet on. Glad I thought about that at the last possible second. Remember, for anyone who doesn't know, the golden helmet is so that the piglins leave us be. We do have a soul sand valley right over here that is full of soul soil, but we do specifically need the sand. There's some over here. There's also, like, a skeleton over here, but we don't have to fight him if we can get him to, like, hassle the zombie pigmen. Oh, no, now there's 2 of them. Alright, fine. No, it's okay. I see how this is gonna be. Jeez, whoa, oh, gosh, I'm about to die? I think I'm actually about to die. Stop this. Stop this behavior at once. Someday, if we can ever find, like, additional soul speed enhancements, for our boots, we ever get that up to full speed, like, we might be harvesting a bunch of soul sand, or... I don't know if it works with soul soil as well. If it does, a bunch of that, because it looks a lot better. It doesn't have, like, the faces of screaming souls on it, the soul soil. Much more neutral looking. Oh, dude, you just about got punched by a shovel. You gotta be careful. And then we'll cover the overworld in it so we can run faster, and that'll be cool and fun. Uh-oh. Whoa, hey now. Okay, you know what? Goodness me. Okay, what is that? That's like a 2 stacks? That's enough. That's enough. That's more than we need. And I'll tell you what, we're not leaving yet, though. Because we actually need some ghast tears as well for the future to fight the Ender Dragon again, so while we're here. Oh no! Oh no! 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 I'm not lava-proof! Oh heavens! Oh gosh, we're gonna die. We are going to die. Things are not good right now. Oh jeez. Okay, I fell on top of the world again. It's all good. Hold on. Yeah, I was gonna say, did I pick it up in midair? It doesn't look like I did. If it even dropped one. So far we've only gotten 3, and I've killed a number of them. The numbers aren't with us today like the last time we came and hunted them. I'm gonna do 1 more. And if we don't get one here, we're gonna go ahead and go. I'm tired of being here. It's a miserable place. Oh, gee, they got massive bodies and tiny hitboxes. Please don't go into the lava. Okay, well, if it dropped one... Ah! Nope. Just ducking and diving. Here we go. We got 6 now. That's good. That's enough to summon a dragon. We're good for Wednesday. Huh. Well, that was remarkable. Oh, jeez. Oh, stop it. Okay, how many of these? Let's see. We've got to do at least 6. But why don't we go ahead and we do enough for 3 full beacons? So one thing I've been wondering is whether or not we are going to have issues doing the withers in here on top of glass. I don't think it'll matter because they don't typically destroy the environment after we spawn them. That doesn't go there. But I don't actually know. So, I suppose we'll find out. Also, you can see what I've done wrong with my skulls. You need 3 per wither. I did not bring enough. I've made a stupid mistake. Wait a minute. There's one of them. We'll go ahead and we'll do the ones we got, and then we'll go back for more. And maybe we go ahead and do all of them. Maybe I just stand here for the next hour of my life, killing withers, you know? Who can say? Maybe that's what we do. That sounds fun. There's the second one. There's a third one. And the 4th one. Oh, I dropped one earlier. 5th. I forgot to pick it up. There's the 6th one. Technically, you know what? That is enough for 6 beacons, so we are going to leave it there. I'm not going to go... I accidentally, inadvertently, got enough for the exact amount we needed. Go figure. Now, from memory, I'm going to... Listen, I saw myself the flaw in my logic last time where I said I remembered the recipe, but then we pulled it up over here. But I remember it for real this time, okay? Check me out. See, I'm a genius. I did calculations for this last time and was, like, horribly, horribly wrong on how much iron we would need, so we're just gonna bring a bunch of it. I don't know. 9 stacks is way more than we need. But then again, we were way wrong last time after we Googled it. So let's go dig a hole. I'm ready to go dig a hole. Woohoo! Okay, you know what? Hold on. You thought I forgot, didn't you? Well, that's only because I did. That was actually the floor I needed to be on. We need something to start up. We need some fuel to start up the beacon. So let's get ourselves some iron. Go ahead and use that. Yeah, we got iron blocks that we could have turned into iron as well. That would have been fine. Also, I just want to check something real quick down here at the original beacon. Which one of these has the haste on it? It's this one. Okay, so the northern in the middle, that's the one we're going to go do right now. Potion of fire resistance, so that we can delve down into the depths right about here. I do want to take an opportunity to point out that we do have timestamps for most episodes. Some episodes that have like a singular focus, we don't really do timestamps for, but this is an episode that will have timestamps. And the reason I say that is I got a comment from someone the other day who was asking, like, why do you include things like you going to do villager trades, and why do you include things like cutting out 64 obsidian? You know, that doesn't really have anything to do with the video. And the reason is, this series is more of like a Minecraft vlog, right? It is sort of how I approach it. And as such, I include everything that happens in the episode, including things that, you know, you might think shouldn't be in there, or things that you don't think are particularly interesting, or that you might want to skip over. And if you want to skip over them, that's fine. You're under no obligation, I promise, to watch every second of every video. But if you've ever wondered why those things are in the video, that is the reason. I am approaching this series like a Minecraft sort of a vlog situation, and as such, everything I do every day in Minecraft is going to be covered. And so, you know, if you're watching an episode like this one and you're thinking, well, geez, this part of the video doesn't appeal to me, you don't have to watch it. You can just skip to the next chapter marker. And if the entire video doesn't suit your fancy, you might consider just waiting for the next one. You know, tomorrow's video might be more to your liking. So if you don't like what we're doing today, you might like what we're doing tomorrow. But if you don't like what's happening at this exact moment, have a look at the timestamps and see if maybe you see something you like better there. That's my recommendation, at least. That's my suggestion. Also, and this person used a lot of very apologetic language. You don't need to. Let me assure you, right? Just for anyone watching, this isn't just for that individual, but for anyone who might be watching now or in the future, you don't need to worry about like upsetting or offending me. I've been making YouTube videos for a very, very long time now. If you have feedback or criticism, if you don't like something, you just want to tell me you don't like it, please feel free to. That's perfectly fine. I definitely prefer the criticism that is, like, constructive in some form. But also, I have been called, over the last several years, every slur imaginable. I've been called every mean thing, every rude word. If what you're telling me is that, hey, I don't really like this episode, or I didn't like this part of this episode, or I think you could do it a little bit better, or a little bit differently, listen. Trust me, that's fine. You can just say that. You don't have to apologize. I appreciate the sentiment of wanting to make sure that your message is heard in a constructive manner. And I think that is definitely the correct way to approach things. But don't worry about upsetting me in any kind of way. I have heard it all before. Criticism is always welcome and always appreciated. Again, though, I do really appreciate the effort that was gone to be respectful. I just also want to make it very clear that I'm open to it and receptive to it, and you're not going to be, if you're a fan of the channel and you have some sort of genuine critique or criticism, you're not going to be sort of run out, so to speak, or you're not going to be pushed out or even called out for it, right? Just want to make sure that's clear to everybody. I know that's not the case with every channel. You know, I know not all creators are willing to say that to their audience. Some might even tell you to, eat their entire ass, or the like. Trust me, I get it, but this is not that channel. You know, you're good here. I just realized that I am mining out the deep slate using the wrong pickaxe. Many of you have probably already realized that. It just now occurred to me. I now have useless deep slate for some reason. For some reason, the just wonderful folks over at Mojang have decided you shouldn't be able to use the deep slate inside of the stone cutter to make any of the nice deep slate bricks or stairs or anything like that. For reasons beyond mortal understanding, that's what they've landed on, and they really do need to correct their wrong think soon. and fix that issue, because that's just silly. So if we do that layer there as tier 1, this will be tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Yeah, that ought to get the job done. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on just a second. Oh, we've made it too big. Wait a second, we've made it too big. This is supposed to be, yeah, the crown right there. That should be the top, with that as the center. And somehow or another, we've ended up going out in a perfect square, it looks like. So that should be where the beacons go in the middle there. Wait, no we haven't. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we did it correctly. We did it correctly. We're all good. Everything is fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop. There we go. You are going to be haste 2. Congratulations. And with that activated now, we can dig our way out of here and make our way back up to the top. Oh, almost. Come on now, baby. Let's go. Holy smokes. Alright, we're gonna go back down. I'm gonna take note of the position of all the other beacons. Okay, I've made a little diagram on my phone of where each of those is. Now I just need to grab a stone cutter, just the one, and we can start our dig down. I think it's gonna be faster to do each row like this. Just dig all the way down and then fly back up to the top. Oh, there we go. Done digging. Now to reference my little chart here, that there is going to be jump 2. It's weird that I didn't just do them in this order as is presented on the screen here. I don't know why I didn't, but this one's going to be speed 2. This one here is strength 2. We've already got haste. This will be the only one remaining, which is resistance 2. I guess I should specify. And then the bottom one is regen, and it doesn't matter what your primary is, it doesn't take effect anyway. Although I guess it technically could matter. If you get far enough away that you're no longer within the range of this one, by far enough away, I mean literally 1 extra block. You're 51 blocks away from here. You're still 50 blocks away from here, which means even though you're not getting haste 2, you're still getting haste 1 and regeneration and potentially resistance, but alright, now we need to cap this place off. We're not going to be coming back down here anytime soon. You notice I didn't do like a full chamber like we did before, and that's because I don't know if we need to connect this together with the one right over here. I don't know how necessary that's going to be, but one thing I am going to do is I'm going to place down glass in place of those signs so that we don't have axolotls accidentally falling to their death down that chute. Light blue stained glass I think will look cool. I mean, they're already kind of light blue to begin with, so I don't know how big a difference this is going to make, but we're going to give it a red hot go anyway. Huh. Managing to catch every single one of these. We could also just let the water flow down, but we're not going to do that. Ooh, oh, they're much bluer now, aren't they? And we could add a different color up top there if we didn't want axolotls getting out the top, which is not going to happen. We've already determined we can't even swim out of that hole without having some sort of explosive firepower to help us out. Look at that. What a sight to behold. Oh, that looks kind of cool. We should have all the beacons be different colors, or have different colors for each of the islands, so each island has its own color theme. I mean, at that point, this one would probably be pink because of all the trees we've got around here, but I don't really want it to be themed pink. Okay, let's make sure that we don't have chickens falling down here as well, because that would be a disaster. Add a beautiful mud brick frame all the way around the outsides, because this side of the island is the mud brick side. And then I'm going to add white stained glass here, which will give us just a slightly lighter color that's still bluer than the base blue. You can see if we can kind of layer them on top of one another, you can see this is definitely slightly bluer than that. Oh wait, that one's just pure white over there. Is this one also slightly stained? I think that one over there, it might just be a distance thing what we're looking at here. I'm pretty sure that's the case. This is the default vanilla look, yeah. And then that over there is a distant horizons beam. Well, there we have it, folks. There is our project for the day. Done and dusted. It looks spectacular. All of our beams of light soaring into the sky. Thank you for tuning in for this Project Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow for another Slay the Dragon Wednesday. Pcha! No chicken. That's fun. God bless you. Goodbye.